great about Canvas is that we're able to take some of the tools that we might use outside of Canvas and pull them straight into a Canvas assignment. In some ways, that's we can just kind of embed, but we also have what's called an external tool as a submission type that works with Khan Academy, it works with PlayPosit, and it also works with Google Docs. So let me show you what that might look like. I've got my assignment that I've opened, and I've typed in instructions and whatever else might need to go in up here. But then when I come down here to submission type, right, the default is no submission, but then you have the option of online, on paper, or in this case, external tool. And what we're going to do is just look at how to do this with Google Drive. So when I click on Find, right, so this is nothing's in here now, I click Find, and I scroll down. I'm going to go to Google Assignments LTI 1.3. There's also Google Docs Cloud Assignment. This is the more recent update to it. And this is basically going to pull in kind of a variation of Google Classroom. So, and Google Classroom people, I hear the boos, I understand. But anyway, it works quite nicely. So we're just going to make sure that we're linked up to our accounts here, hit continue. And then if you're a Google Classroom user, then this is probably quite familiar to you. I'm going to, at this point, attach, right? And I'm going to attach something from my Google Drive, because that's what this whole thing is set up for. So this might be a study guide with questions. It might be a quiz with constructed responses that students will be typing. It might be a chart or diagram or something like that. But we want something that's going to be a Google Doc or a Google Slides presentation, maybe even a spreadsheet that students would be filling out. We probably don't want, we wouldn't want to mess with something that's like a Word document like this is. So let me just grab a kind of random thing here. I'm going to grab a soccer schedule. Doesn't matter. All right, so add. And so I have added it. And notice what it says here. Again, Google Docs people, you're going to like this, or Google Classroom people. It says each student will get a copy. Right, and that's what we want. So now every student in my class is going to get a copy of this document when they open it up, when they click it, and it's going to be their own version. So when they type on it, they fill in answers or whatever it might be, it's going to be their own version that's being submitted to you, and they're not going to mess up your version of it. Okay, so we can set the point, we can set a due date, and if you want, you can also create a rubric for it, and those are pretty easy to do, but I'm not going to show you that now. So I hit create, and then it looks like I've kind of come back here to have accomplished nothing, but trust me, all you do is hit select, and you can see now that there's a Google Assignments thing right there. If you want it to load in a new tab, you can, or you can just leave it so that it's embedded right into Canvas. You set the rest of things up here. It already transfers in the due date that you selected, so that's lovely. And then you hit save. And then this doesn't show you exactly what your students will see, but they will see something like what you've created. They can open the file up and see it right in here, and respond and submit, and it's all good. And the nice thing is really it's all kind of working straight through Canvas, so you're not really having to do a whole bunch of tricky other things. So hopefully that's useful to you, and if you have any questions about it, let me know.